Hi, I'm Joanna. Welcome back to an All Seasons Homestead. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a pantry haul and restock, and also cleaning up just a little bit and making a list for a few more things that I'll need before winter time. Alright, here is everything I have from, this is about 2 days worth of shopping, and a little bit is from the garden. Some things are going to be from Aldi's, Walmart, and our local country market, and also a Mexican store. First, I'm just going to show you what I already have here left, which most of it is about the same. I just stocked up on the popping corn, and the lentils, the brown lentils, are still well stocked. I have 2 jars of brown lentils. I usually keep some downstairs and then some upstairs. The garbanzo beans are completely gone. The yellow split peas are almost gone. And the sugar is about gone. The corn flour is low. The regular flour is low. I still have a couple of boxes of honey left to do. And then one thing that I will not be doing today is the lard. That one is completely gone, and this one just has a little bit left. So I will be rendering some lard in the next week, and then I will fill these up, but that's not today. On this side, I've been canning a lot of hot sauce. I think I have more than enough for probably about a year. That's all the ketchup that I got done. I think we've used 2 jars only. Tomatillos did not do well this year, so that will probably be enough for this winter, and that's it. Jalapenos, I still have buckets and buckets and buckets load. Banana peppers, I did not do anymore. We don't really go through that many banana peppers. And the potatoes, we've eaten down about a third of each box. That barrel right there is just about empty. And the small ones that we haven't used much of, they're starting to sprout a little bit, so I need to use those soon. And we still have some out in the garden to get out, but I don't think the second round did very well because we had a drought. The other thing that we did, we had a small plot of white corn, and we've already used some of it for tortillas. I think we're going to use some for tamales this weekend. I don't have a proper container for this because this is the first time we've done this. Not even sure how much that's going to make. I doubt very much, but it's a nice amount to do some experimenting with for tortillas and masa flour, things like that. So my chili peppers, the serranos, I think I'm going to have to hang inside of the pantry for now. I usually hang those above our wood stove, but our wood stove is going to be getting maintenanced this weekend, so I kind of need to keep them out of the way. So if these don't dry that well in here, I will hang them back up above the stove when it comes back. Here is a bundle from last year. It dried just fine here. Another bundle, and then I still have a bucket of a few left. So I think they'll do all right here. Of pumpkins. I still may have one or two more out there. I don't plan on canning these, although I might. I might just use these as is and then can the pumpkins that are coming in. I have not brought in my sweet potatoes. I have not harvested them yet. These are from last year. But I believe I have about 4 cans left of pumpkins. So peanut butter is one thing that I would really like to make. I used to make it in the past. I would just buy roasted peanuts, a small can, and put a little oil in it and put it in the blender, and then I'd have about a week's worth of peanut butter. I have not done that for a long time, but the biggest reason why is because I'd really like to find a huge bag of bulk roasted peanuts, shelled. That way it'd be fast and simple. So for now, I'm just going to buy a couple of these and keep them downstairs, have them ready. Another thing I do is a lot of times I'll make my own brown sugar, just make sugar with molasses, but right before the holidays, I go ahead and buy several bags just to make things a little easier and faster. The other thing is, I do like to make my own mayonnaise, but that is one thing that I don't spend much time making. I try to have a few on the shelf, especially in the summertime. Just another thing to save time on, I guess. I have, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 cans of tuna, 12 ounces each. So this will not be enough for all of winter. That's just to give me a head start. But we like to eat a lot of tuna salads. Still have a few small cans left. Change a few things to try to fit some of my store-bought items in. This is the coconut oil I've been getting lately. It's a twin pack for about $20. It's unrefined, organic, virgin coconut oil. And another thing I need to stock up on are these nopales or cactus. We recently ate several jars. I only have one right now. Okay, so up here I still have the cilantro seeds or coriander. I still have a quart left of chives, but I need to restock the garlic powder. This is basil from this year, fresh basil. This is older basil, so I might give this a smell test and give it to the chickens because I have a lot of basil this year. I still need to bring that down here. So I need to fill up these jars and add my new spices. So I have here smoked paprika. I have peppercorns and whole cumin seed. And then I have some garlic, granulated garlic, which I just bought a whole bunch of these. So I just picked up one today. And I found this. I actually have my own rose hips drying right now, but I've never seen whole dried rose hips, so I just grabbed that for fun because I know that I don't have enough yet anyway. And more peppercorns. I try to buy everything I can whole and then just put it in my coffee grinder so it's fresher, smells better, tastes better. And then I have 3 things of dark cocoa powder and a couple of things of active dry yeast. And all of this is from our local country market. For the garlic, and then I have another full jar upstairs as well. Let's see. I usually leave things like this in the store-bought container because I will just refill it in my jars in the kitchen as I need them. Same with the cocoa powder. I just take one container upstairs as I need it. Alright, here's the garbanzo beans or chickpeas. And we use this to make hummus for snacks. We make a couple different kinds of garbanzo bean soup. There's a pasta that I make. So 3 of these bags fills a gallon jar, and that really should last us a while. I think the last time I filled up this jar, it took about a year to use, except that I buy a few extra bags when I can them. Got a jar of molasses. I'm going to put the old one in the front and the new one in the back. And it jumped from $3.39 to $3.89. And I just bought this one this summer. But these will last me just through the winter because I'll do a lot of baking with these. I also have some Parmesan cheese. So I'll put that here on my store-bought shelf. I have some block Parmesan cheese in the freezer, but these are for certain sauces that I like to make. And then we usually go through about 1 of these a month. We eat a lot of pancakes or make a lot of things with syrup. So this will not be staying down here for very long. I don't know if I've said this before, but every winter I tap our maple trees. Some years I get really good syrup, some I don't. Last year I did not. So that's why I keep some of these empty jars here. So when I boil my syrup down, then we'll have enough syrup usually for the winter. Except last year I think I got like not even one of these. So sadly I do have to buy maple syrup quite often. Okay, the next thing I got was a couple of gallons of white vinegar. And I just throw those right there. I've used a lot of vinegar the past few days from canning the jalapenos. Got one little package of cinnamon sticks. I still have a couple handfuls upstairs. I'll use those first. But we make a lot of cinnamon tea in the winter time, and plus I put it in the elderberry syrup. Okay, that's all the garlic I have left from this year's garden. It's not much in here, so I had to buy a bag. But these are local. They're from our country market as well. About time. I struggled with that bag. That is the end of the rice. We go through rice incredibly fast. I did only get one bag right now, 20 pounds. I just bought beans like not even a month ago, and we are going through them quickly. So it's another thing I need to add to my list. And then I have a problem with the chili peppers because this is packed full, and I still have 2 more bags of peppers. So I'm thinking about ordering another one of these buckets, put my peppers in them for now, and then if I don't need them, if I don't need the bucket later, then I will just use that for something else, different kind of beans. But I think that's what I need to do to be safe, because I do not want moisture or bugs to get on any of these peppers. But that is a blessing that I have that many peppers. I have guajillo peppers and ancho peppers. Pasilla, maybe. But that's the thing about my pantry anyway, is every year I'm switching containers or buying new containers, or I have a lot of one vegetable and not the other vegetable, or like the potatoes. Last year I didn't need these 2 boxes. I had these baskets that were plenty. Well, that's a blessing when you have to go grab an extra box. So I just have to do that for these peppers as well. The same for the popcorn. I usually buy about a gallon at a time. But this year I just wanted a little extra, so that's one thing less that I need to think about. And now I have this random bag here. So that's why I wanted to go through everything to see what else I need to thrift or order. I really like these jars a lot, so I'm thinking about getting a few more of them for things like popcorn and oats, quick oats. Like I said, I'm really not worried about the white corn because we'll be using that here really soon. So I don't think I'll order a bucket for that. Another thing is where I told you that I put my empty clean jars after I use them. I put them in a basket, and then when the basket's full, I bring them down here, and I use these shelves usually for all my empty jars. And someone had said I should keep water in my empty jars, and that's a wonderful idea. That's what my grandma said she did. I agree with that, and I've done that in the past, but last year and this year I did not do that. Maybe about a gallon is all I had of water, because I have used my jars. I will empty them and fill them, empty them and fill them. And then this year especially, I have bought so many boxes of jars. I can't keep up with buying jars and filling them up. So I just rarely have empty jars. So maybe I'll get to do that this year, and that's a very important thing to do. And I did buy 2 more boxes today. I got pints and half pints because I'm running so low, and I still have blackberry jam to make. Okay, right here I've never used this product before, but it's I ordered it from our country store, and it is masa, 50 pounds of white corn flour. And Walmart has about a 20-pound bag for about $20, and this is 50 pounds for $24. Well, here's another thing that's going to change this year. So I'm used to buying the 20 pounds from Walmart, and it fits in this container perfectly. Well, there's still a lot left over. And yes, we go through this very fast, so I'm not worried about it right now. But I'm thinking about using this for my chili peppers, and then getting a bigger one for my 50-pound corn flour. But first, I will use this brand to make sure we like it okay. But I think that's what I'll do. Okay, this is brown rice, and this container is one of those coconut containers. So for now, I'm going to use that for the brown rice. Okay, I'm off to a good start. I still have a little bit more work to do. There's always things that I need monthly, and there's things that will last me through the winter, but I'm not really too worried about the food that I have left to get, or the sweet potatoes that I need to bring out of the garden. But I need to get the bucket with the rollers for the corn flour, and I need to get at least 3 or 4 more gallon jars. And then every year it could be different. but at least I think that's what I need for this year. As far as beans, I got all of these from Walmart, and there were only 1 pound bags, small bags really. They did have a large black bean bag. This weekend I plan on making a big pot of chili because we're gonna have a bonfire, but the rest of these I'm gonna can up, and I'll probably have to buy a few more bags to can. But I just wanted to buy some small bags for now because if I'm gonna can them, I'd rather get the bigger bags. So these are actually just going to stay in this bag for now. And I'm gonna just sit them right here because in about 4 days I will use them. I think I'm towards the end and now I have a giant mess. I am usually not this messy, but since I'm recording and trying to hold my phone, I have a lot to clean up now. Alright, this is how it looks. Everything is pretty full. The only thing is the bag of corn flour, but I'll deal with that when my new bucket comes in. And then obviously the lard is not filled up yet. But at least things like popcorn and dried beans and most of my herbs that I like to use, they're all in the proper container. And I cleaned my mess. It was getting all over my socks. I think that's all for today's video. Thank you for joining me as I restock the pantry, and I hope to see you again soon.